Somebody wanted me to do a video on exercise and what types of exercise I do or what types of exercise I recommend. And this is going to lead to a series of reviews on a couple books that I've read that helped me to achieve a better exercise habit. This is the thing though. A lot of times I'll get out of my exercise habit because I forget what I'm exercising for. What I'm exercising for is maximal longevity. Okay? And sometimes I like to go for maximal strength or maximal aerobic capacity or maximal things like this. These things are great, but they're not as good as maximal longevity. Winning a marathon is not as important as winning the marathon of life. Okay? So this is how it works. A couple of things that you need. Walking is a very good form of exercise. In fact, that's been scientifically declared, but it was also recommended by Ellen G. White, the founder of the Seventh-day, one of the founders of the Seventh-day Adventist sect, that also was basically the founder of their health message or their health ministry. But more importantly, what you have is you have to understand that walking is more important than running, and walking should be done every day. And not a lot necessarily, but enough that you're getting a 15 to 30 minute walk in a day. Now, then there's other forms of exercise such as static stretching. I recommend a book by Pavel Tsatsouline that used to be published by Dragon Door. I don't know who publishes it now, called Relax and to Stretch. He recommends a stretching routine and shows you how to stretch to relax beyond the point of your muscles reflex to protect themselves, which is to tighten up. Helps you get a much deeper stretch, helps you induce maximal relaxation in the muscle, and helps reduce stress throughout the body. Another great book by Pavel is a book called Super Joints. I know, silly name, and again, this was originally published by Dragon Door. I don't know who publishes it now. Super Joints goes through a series of exercises and actually leaves the outline for a very intelligent gentleman from the Ukraine named Nikolai Amosov. And Nikolai Amosov's techniques for achieving maximal mobility are very interesting. They're basically just calisthenics. If you're familiar with karate, you're familiar with calisthenics, but it's kind of like a yoga/calisthenics routine. Now, going further, I should go, what about The Naked Warrior by Pavel Tsatsouline? Okay, that's another book by Pavel. These are some of his original books. Not really that great. What I would recommend is the Charles Atlas program, which I found out about through Pavel Tsatsouline. Of course, I've seen it in the back of comic books because I used to read a lot of comic books. I used to own a lot of old comic books when I collected them. But the reason that I recommend Charles Atlas's program as opposed to Pavel Tsatsouline's program is it gives a more complete view of what's going on. It talks more about dynamic tension, which is a copyrighted thing by Charles Atlas, and it shows you various calisthenics that will help you get as big as Charles Atlas and as strong as Charles Atlas. You don't necessarily need weights to get very strong. Gymnasts are the strongest athletes pound for pound. Now, going further, a very important thing that I've neglected is a book called A Chakra and Kundalini Workbook by a guy named Jonathan Mumford, or Dr. Jonathan Mumford. He's a chiropractor. And this shows you, it's not some fruity, fake yoga nonsense. This is a legit book that explains the physiological basis of meditation and then instructs you in various meditations on how to achieve a higher state of consciousness through maximal relaxation. And that's what I would recommend. So you need your walking for your cardio and to get the lymph going. You need your static stretching to achieve maximal flexibility. You need the calisthenics, as stated by Nikolai Amosov, to achieve maximal mobility. And you need the Charles Atlas program to go through the other calisthenics, which will help you get bigger and stronger. But what's also interesting about the Charles Atlas program is it goes into diet, very basic diet, which is very good. Although I recommend a vegan diet, a very basic vegan diet. The Charles Atlas program shows you how to eat a diet and talks about the macronutrients and micronutrients in a very basic way. He does recommend organic food. I don't. I think organic food's a ripoff, but to each their own. And then with the Chakra and Kundalini workbook, you can create basically a meditation program. I like to end my exercise program with meditation, and I like to start my day with meditation. I started doing this again when my heart rate got out of control. I quit doing it because, like many people, I get frustrated, life's busy, blah, 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 and you forget to meditate. I forgot the importance of meditation. I shouldn't do that. And you can check how well meditation works at dropping your heart rate and blood pressure if you have a blood pressure cuff, or you can get a little pulse meter. Now, a pulse meter is something that goes on your finger, and you can see that your pulse will drop as you meditate properly, okay? But that's the thing, is you have to breathe properly, and that's the excellent thing about Dr. Mumford's book, is it shows you how to do it excellently due to his career as a chiropractor as well as a yogi. And that's all for this video here. I'm gonna end it there, but I'm gonna start reviewing these books too, and I'm gonna make a playlist of those.